Since the release of For Honor not too long ago, plenty of people have voiced their opinions, and while there are a lot of complaints, there are also a lot of good things going for this game. I should start out with saying that For Honor is a hack and slash based in a somewhat medieval setting, and its core strengths comes from its deep and immensely fun gameplay. That is, however, if you can actually find and stay in a game, and if your opponents would rather see you fall to a sword than fall to your death. My name's Becken, and this is the good and the bad of For Honor. Like almost every game nowadays, the graphics are great, the game looks fantastic, there's a high level of detail in almost everything, and the player models look awesome as well. The frame rate is A-OK on the most part. The only time I experience choppiness is when someone is like disconnecting or there's lag going on. So you will surely not be disappointed when it comes to the visuals. Speaking of the detail in the player models, there's also a lot of detail that went into the player animations. It's all smooth, blends together quite well, and it's also somewhat realistic, and this allows you to react during fights, just based on players' animations. For example, if you want to parry someone, there's two things you can do. You can watch the directional arrow of your opponent as they attack. Once it flashes, then you hit heavy attack and you'll perform a parry, or you can just watch him and the way he's swinging his weapon. Once his weapon gets close to you, then you hit heavy attack and you'll also perform a parry. All you gotta do is time it well, and this is why the animation is so good. And because the animation is so good and like everything so good, it makes the gameplay also good. With the help of very deep mechanics and different things you can do. So like, you can fake attacks, you can bait out enemy attacks, you can block attacks, parry attacks, dodge attacks. You can guard break people who are just standing there being annoying and blocking. There's so many things you can do. There's also a counter for pretty much everything. So if the guy does something, you can do something to counter that thing. And because of this, it makes the gameplay very diverse and fun, especially against other players. Also, story mode exists. You can play single player or co-op. You have to be online either way. But it exists, you know, it's there, which is good. And the story gets about as good as it can with the setting. You know, Vikings versus samurai versus knights. But it's there and exists, so that's the main thing, you know? So earlier in the video, in the intro, I mentioned lagging out of games, which is a big issue. But there's also another issue, where instead of you lagging out of a game, it appears that everyone else just lags out, and you're stuck fighting bots in their place. Which isn't as big of a deal, but it can be annoying if you want to play players. But it doesn't affect your orders if you need to play 2 PvP matches, it still counts, and it's still a weird thing that happens, and it can be annoying. So most connection related issues in this game are based around this thing here, frickin' NAT. I don't know why it exists, or what it does, all I know is that if I go back in time, one of the people I need to kill is whoever invented this. As you can see, it is currently red or strict for me. This will not last long, however, as it just changes color at will, and is linked to my personal lagging out of games. I also need to mention that NAT isn't an issue in most games, but it is in Ubisoft games. I'm looking at you, Rainbow Six Siege. Piece of junk. Well, although the entire game isn't pay to win, there are elements of it. In every 4v4 mode, gear stats are turned on, and if people have high gear stats versus people with low gear stats, the people with low gear stats are always going to be at a disadvantage, and it's unfair. And you can potentially be one hit. Anyway guys, that's the good and the bad of For Honor, based on what I think. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. If you've got any questions, leave them down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.